the entertainment industry in Uganda, if we're to digest it in a way that is more open, for the last 2 years, musicians have not been making money. And when we say they've not been making money, it's because they have not been able to hit the stage like they used to before. Back in the time, musicians used to storm bars, make the money, and during weekends, concert after concert, they were making the money. They were living a life whereby I am here working today, and because they were still working because they looked at the microphone was the source of income, if I'm to put it right. For now, it is still the source of income, though others have decided to venture into more business opportunities. However, some are trying, some are failing out in one way or the other, but others have actually decided to stay on track to produce music as they await for the presidential directive, because as what we know so far is that the president did promise to reopen this sector, to fully reopen the economy in 2022, that is in January, after the priority population, a 4.8 million Ugandans, when the 4.8 has all got vaccinated, when they've all received the 2 doses of the vaccines that are available. So that is where the entertainment sector and the key stakeholders have always been calling on the key players, the musicians, the fans, the supporters, the listeners to the music, all of you who listen to the performing arts to actually come together and vaccinate, because the drive is to see that the economy is fully reopened. But the worry is amongst the artists is still whether it will come to pass. But we shall wait, because we're only left with a few days. If I'm to count it on the fingertips, it's like 28 days for us to go to 2022. So 28 days to go for us to get going with 2022. Will the artists get a chance to perform once again? Shall we see our favorite artists? Will you see your favorite artist perform on stage again? Because once you see an artist performing on stage, you feel happy, the energy that comes to it. I'm a very big fanatic of Ugandan music, and I greatly listen to it. But then when it comes to the concerts as well, I used to attend most of them back then. Before COVID, it was 2019, most of the Ugandans were attending these concerts. If I must remember, one of the concerts that were recorded success in 2019, as in 2020, before the lockdown, was Cindy's concert, which showed that Ugandans are willing to access these concerts and support local content in Uganda, and as well as supporting the local artists as well. So today's particular show doesn't actually hide far from the fact that musicians are not making the money. So the discussions are also going to be rotating around there. Though this time around we're going to be looking at artist management, a very big vital role. Why would an artist need a manager? And what is the role of a manager in the artist? Because business places have managers, corporate worlds have got the managers. How about the artist? And joining me on set in studio is an artist manager, and this one is none other than, should I say, Manager Peyton, the manager to Bobby J Music in Solon Camp. You're most welcome.
Thank you.
Let's take it from there.
Thank you for having me. Yeah.
Okay, let's take it from there. How has life been during the pandemic?
Been hard, like any other business, when you're not getting money and other things have to start moving, but still when you don't have the finances, when you don't have the budget, there is a lot that you cannot do. Yeah.
Okay, and let's also talk about you as an artist manager. I can only imagine you are the people you are the brains behind the artists that we see on the screens and the music that we listen to on radio. So if you're to draw for us the picture, what do the managers do normally?
For starters, managers have to be the brains of the artist. So like any other business, you do the plan, and when you do the plan, you lay down what you should be doing in the first place, and then what should come next, and then the methods or the channels, and then you look at the budget. You have your total budget, and then you look into where you're going to get this budget from. Yeah.
Okay.
So basically that.
Okay. And you look through, and now managing an artist, I want to also bring back the fact that you as the performing arts sector have been out of business for 2 years.
Yeah.
That is what something that we can never forget and we can't rule out. So I want to ask, how has the management been with these last 2 years? You people are not working. Imagine the artist is now looking at you to provide a platform for them to get some money.
So basically, many artists have resorted to do other businesses. We've seen many go into agriculture, others go into textile, and others go into other businesses. But art doesn't stop there. Artist is a broad thing. When you don't perform here, you can perform in Tanzania. But then it's not easy to go perform in Tanzania when the content you've created it's actually for local.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Payton, let's also talk about the money. We said everything you look at an artist living a lifestyle enungi nowebuuza ekibuuzo sente zivaawa. Do they have sponsors? Do you people get the sponsors for the artists, or it is always the music that brings in that money?
Okay. Abayimbi abamu bakoze erinnya, the big name, the big brands. Yes. Sobola okutuukirira big companies, bwaba nga balina that connection. If ebiseera ebisinga batalina connection, a friend or someone else can recommend him or her there. So kimwangira okufuna loans, okufuna sponsors, bwaba alina kyayagala okukola. So abalala balina other side businesses, and others have studios at home, and others are friends to producers. So balina engeri gye bakikolamu ba blood, tukozesa ekigambo blood, nkwataamu awo. Yeah, basically 2 years nyingi nnyo okubeera nti nno wadde walina kusente ku account kakyaliko right now kizibu. Yeah, so basically olaba nti either yeeyiya mu ngeri endala to say that ayitawo majorly ne ba managers balina omulimu ogw'okukola nti bwe baluli babadde bakozesa budget nene, this time around balina okukatinga budget naye era ebeere effective. Yes.
Okay. All right. Manager Payton, though, chenjagala osoko kumanya otegeza abalabi baffe amanya amatuufu nti yegwe Payton ani kubanga I only introduced the Payton part.
Okay. Nze Simon Payton Mulindwa era nga managing omuyimbi ayitibwa Baby Jensoro Nkambwe.
Okay.
Yes.
And previously on our Saturday program, Babi J was here and was hosted by Andrew Barije, talking about the same matters in business in Uganda. This time around, we decided to bring on the manager. I think the questions have always been, how do the managers help these artists? Because lately, managers are playing a very big role to ensure that the artists remain in the music industry. So, Payton, how when you njagala tugende? Abayimbi fe tubalabanga serebisinga tubalabanga ba celebrities kinene nnyo, then waliwo kizibu okumanya manager wa muyimbi ebiseera ebisinga. It is just mweno era now the managers are playing the bigger part okubeezaawo omuyimbi. Naye wotunuulira mu mbeera eriwo olowooza why would an artist need a manager? Wakati ntunuulira omwana omuto ali eyo omuyimbi ayagala kutandika kuyimba naye they have no opportunity, and most of them feel maybe tebeetaaga manager. Why would they need one?
Okay. Like any other business, it needs a manager. You may own the business and still play the other part of being the manager of your own business. Because, okay, for an artist, why do they need the managers? The managers have contacts. Managers can go on their knees, and the artist cannot do that.
Okay.
That's why when you get to the point that you see an artist is on a high level and then separates with management, you see him going a bit down or even completely
some of them
off the scene.
Get off the scene.
Exactly. Because, artists in their character, they have that ego, they're big, they have it there. And the manager will be so down to earth because he knows the business. Knows you have to be polite. You talk to the media because you need them. Yes, you may be providing the contents for them to air. But when they air, it puts you up. So at some point, you'll be so close to them, you create that bondage that you brothers. Yeah, and at some point, there is sometimes when people in the media, there are a lot of people in the media that do actually stage events. Yeah, so as a manager, there is an understanding that you get to with a media person to bring your artist to perform at a certain amount. That is maybe, funirayo kumafuta, and ninechitawo. Because now when chogenda kumwetaga, his help, yeah? So, artist ajja kigana. Bwabanga talina manager, kimukolera. Otwala Masaka kupa mafuta go kati mukomeo okitegeera ate ye manager abeera akoze ki akirabye tu omuyimbi akola ennyimba nnyingi nenga na failing to decide luyimba kiremba nsooka
what should I release
exactly kati manager knows atunulira aba industry because industry changes every after 2 years. Music changes. So right now tubadde mu lockdown for 2 years. Oluyimba olwa tempe ya wansi luyiseewo. Yeah? Baga dancehall biki tebikimekinze. Era bw'otunuulira abayimbi kati baleeta music oyo to listen, yeah?
The lyrical maturity is back.
Exactly. Era ndooza kati owulira entalo mu bayimbi balwana ne ba writers wansasula ate olimba walukoze I need my payment, embeera bwetyo.
Let's also talk about the writers issue there because I wanted to bring it at the end of it naye engeri gyogyeddeko katujikubiraawo abawandiisi bano ab'ennyimba manager yabatuukirira oba artist yabatuukirira kuba in most scenarios etufuna ba writers balina obuzibu n'abayimbi nti waliwo abayimbi n'abamu betulowooza nti be banene beturecognizing nti be ba big names nti besaagala kuyisa amannya kati nti they are fighting with the writers. The writer believes he has played an impact but they did not receive their pay. Ani atuukirira writer ku bombi kubagala manya ani gwe tulina otuteekako tochi
kiri mirundi ebiri. Omuyimbi ayinza okubeeraawo nga awulira ayagalayo peeni endala
ng'akuye ekikye ayagala akyusemu katono
ayagala kusoundingako a bit different. Then n'agamba ani ayinza okumpandiikira n'anoonya oli awandiika obulungi namutuuka n'amugamba olinawo ku music band njagala kuyimba kintu bweki. Ebiseera ebisinga ba artists babeera involved mu luyimba ddala ayinza okuwa omulamwa gw'ayagala okuyimbako
then noyiyiza ku theme ye
exactly oba omuwandiisi asobola okuwandiika music we then mu kumuwandiika n'anoonya ani asobola okuyimba ekintu ekyo n'akijjayo
ng'atudde awo n'amanya nti lino eddoboozi bwe lituulamu
ne message and style
to come out with this art from this artist.
Yes, kati n'amunoonya bw'amunoonya olw'okuba nti gwe banoonyeza artist abeera a bit ng'ayagala kussa bbeeyi ya writer. Kati oluusi writer naye engeri gy'amunoonyeza alaba nga kirina kuggweeraawo batera otuuka ku agreement eya kankuweeko kano akasente ndo recording nina music mungi ekituufu obeera ne music mungi bwe lunaaba ndukoze nga nkuwa ka balance sijja kugira nga sinakuwa ka balance because okuwa ebiseera ebisinga oluyimba okulukuguza tebakuguza paper bakuguza recorded voice so that you go you listening nomanya chords nomanya everything
writer ya soko luit
exactly kuba tujja kumpandika bwandikiza obimpo
then njiye
tekikola so okirecordinga kati writer bambi asooka ye n'ateekamu kuba alina okufuna studio okurecordinga ekintu ekyo wadde tekibeera mastered kibeera kya sente katono but ataddemu already so nagamba n'olumuwa ebiseera ebisinga oli n'alumuwaako kasente katono music wa bbeeyi music agendera ddala mu miliyoni emu 2 plus
anti abo njagala n'okubuuza nti writers normally charge how much for a song?
Kisinziira ku level ya writer. Bwabanga abayimbi abanene bakukkiririzaamu the price is up.
If you're to estimate for us
to a prominent writer
to any how much can it go for?
For a prominent writer it goes 2M
for a song. That's quite some good money.
2M and
Then now Peyton, let's talk about managing and then the artist. Nti ebiseera ebisinga tukitunuulira nti omuyimbi alina kyafunamu no manager n'abaako kyafunamu ku parties zombi wotunuulira ku terms and conditions ezibaawo omuyimbi ne manager mugabana mutya this detail because money issues have always created a scenario. That is why most of the manager and the artists normally break up. So if you're to take us in that journey, olowooza sente zo muzikwasaganya bakyala ensonga ya sente engabanya ya sente eyo gyesinga okwagalira.
Kuba kakati mu Uganda tulina bamanagers ba mirundi ebiri. Waliwo branding nga wala Swangs oba TNS nti babadde mu industry balina
systems
baina ne budget. Kati Swangs baina audio studio baina video studio. Kakati bo basobola okusaininga omuyimbi ne bamukolera audio ne bamukolera video ne bagenda ku budget ya promotion. Always oluyimba lufiira mu promotion.
Oteekamu ekitono teruvaayo.
Of course teruvaayo. Kakati bwabo baba basobola okuteekamu ezaabo kati nebesasula walinga buli lwo performing bafunako because eri ebeera company. These other managers babeera individuals ate eri ebeera company nti ena percentage gyesigaza ekuteekamu nesigaza. Kati kuba managers abali individual kati nga Peyton n'abalala awo nti bakola nga abooluganda ne artist ateekamu ne bakola n'omuyimbi n'aleeta ne bateekamu bwe tunaaba tukoze tujja kulaba engabana tebitera nakubeera mu buwandiike naye nga kiba kibi. Because at the end of the day you fight
because you don't have the written agreement.
Exactly.
But do you think the artists are ready for such agreements? Ugandan artists, are they willing to go down on paper?
Even though nebaba nga bakkiriza sisuubira nti bazigoberera.
Just kiba kya formality. And let's also try to talk about what do we need for these artists to understand the monetary part of the business. Kuba kati business it's kiri nti okuyimba kati kwafuuka kwa business you cannot invest in something when you don't expect out of it. Kuba kati abantu ba investing abamanyi zijja kujja. What is supposed to be done by these artists and even the managers to earn the money from their business?
It's a bit a long way to go, because one, the government has to intervene and make sure that internet data payments a bit low, so that people can access internet, because there is a lot of money an artist can make when music is bought from the internet, from the YouTube, from other music platforms. Like you see in Tanzania, the internet is cheaper
than ours, and their streaming is way better.
Exactly. It's a big population with a low price on internet. So, oli okugenda okukebera akayimba ka Diamond tekimu costinga nnyo, ate abayagala kukalaba kubanga bakogeddeko already. Ate wano, few people buy music from internet.
They just see it on TV and maybe download it from the libraries at a cheap
price. Even your friend can send it to you. So abayimbi wano, to make money balina performing on stage. Tulina okuyita kwekyo ekintu ne tugenda kukiddako.
All right. Okay, Manager Payton, as we're trying to sum this conversation down, as December is actually, we're already in December.
Exactly.
Now the year is actually coming to an end. We are waiting for 2022 to labo badala president agenda kuta entertainment sector. How prepared are the artists and the managers, or how prepared are you people in the entertainment sector?
You're going to see a lot of concerts crash.
Why?
Because everyone is hungry.
Buli omu ayagala kuteekayo.
Kijja kutegeeza nti oyo ali ready. Ayabaddewo ne ku ssente yasobola okutegeka. Because events promoters bagenda kubagula cheaply.
Bayala.
Exactly. Bayala. Ate nabo era events promoters tebalina set right now. Ziri kufuna loan mu zi banka. Ate era sisuubira nti nno concerts will be there. Mu myezi omukaaga egisooka egya 2022. Because nali nkisuubira nti osanga yes, but now nga bwolaba there is bomb stance okukuba abantu mu kibuga, then n'akalwadde ke bagambye akalala akajja. Yes, kali South Africa kagoya abantu bangi nnyo.
Kugamba signs zonna ziraga zongera tutiisa butiisa.
Tosobola kuggulawo ate bantu babeere bangi.
Kitegeeza era
nkirabanga tukyali
chances zikyali tight.
Mtono, yeah.
Okay. And all right, Manager Payton, your last few remarks to the viewer out there. What should they expect from your artist and all that?
Babi J aina album empya yagikoze ne female artist from Norway, Rain Stores. So far kuliko enyimba mukaaga, 6 songs, and man mugenda zagala.
Okay.
This guy is so talented. Babi J Nsolonka mumumanya ate bwatandika okuyimba. So you wait for this album EP. It's gonna be so great, so sweet, so sweet. Yeah. So olimba olupya balita wojubale.
Okay.
Video is out, not yet uploaded yet, but soon it's gonna be on your screen.
All right. And that is Manager Payton, the manager to Babi J and Solo Nkambwe, and greatly here taking us through the issue of managerial role in business and how artists can definitely survive. We're waiting for January 2022 to see whether the president will actually open the entertainment sector. But as of now, That's all with Babi J. Coming up after the break, meanwhile, I do have Denzel Charles. We're talking some matter, but this time around, the issue of promoting business. He's a TV and radio personality, and we're getting him after the break. Stick around.